Go on then.
Yeah, okay. Let's just wait and see if anyone wants to join. God, my hands are freezing.
Oh,
sorry, Kat wanted to join in.
I feel that. Oh, sorry. I don't hear my voice. Which one? MH Butterfield's now expert or artist and educator?
The top one. Let me know if anyone joins.
There is 2 people watching. One is me though. Let me see.
It's 7 o'clock.
No.
What?
What?
We're on live, Dad.
Sorry. Hubby decided to spray his deodorant.
Okay, it doesn't show it. Tell me who's there.
Oh. Say hi if you're watching. It's better now. Yeah, look.
What? It's early.
No. I spilled the paint. Anyone watching?
It's not showing up on mine at the moment. It says there's 2 there.
Okay, let's just give it another minute and then we can just start and people can catch up.
I'll take up on now.
Alright then. Anyone for anyone?
There's 3 of us now.
Shall I just get started and let people watch back?
No.
Shall I do that? Okay, so tonight I'm just going to do some pretty little flowers. These ones, can they see these?
Yep.
Okay, so I've prepped some tips and a couple I haven't. So I think what we'll do is I'll concentrate on the ones that I've prepped first. So I'm just going to leave those there. So I've put 2 colours of my gel polish and a matte top coat. Okay. I always put a matte top coat on after my polish, because if I've bodged it as I'm painting, I can wipe it and it won't do anything to the polish underneath. So it's your choice. You don't have to at this point, but I choose to. Okay, and I'm going to be using a white gel paint that I've diluted with a bit of top coat here. Okay, what I've done is I've put everything out on my palette ready, so I'm not wasting time.
Wendy said hi.
Hi Wendy. Alright, so I think I'm going to do one of these ones. Alright, bye. So we're going to paint the petals white first, cure it, matte top coat it, and then I'm going to use some watercolour. So, okay, so we'll start with this one. So, shall I bring this over? Can they see? God, my dog's molting.
Yeah.
Can they see?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is my gel paint diluted with top coat. So I don't want it thick, but what you want to do is you want to create texture. Okay, so we'll just do this one first. So what we're doing is you push your brush down. You can do it as big or as small as you like. You put your brush down so it fans out and down. So brush down and round. And can you see? You get a texture. That's what we're looking for. You do the same again, and you do it in 2 directions. So if I show you, so one that way, overlapping. It's okay. Can you see I'm going to turn it around and do the other side. And so we go push down, round and pull up. Again to the other side of the petal, push down, round and pull up. Remember, flowers are not perfect. They're nature. Nature's not perfect. So don't worry if you think it doesn't look quite right. Don't worry about the middle bit because we'll be painting bits in. I just want to make that more round. Okay, so can you see? And I'm going to cure that, take that off, for 60 seconds. Okay, let me bring this one in. And I'm going to do a full flower. So petals always come, flowers with their petals always come in odd numbers. So no even numbers. Nature doesn't do that. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to use a little striping brush. Can they see that? I can't see what I'm doing, you see, so I have to keep asking Daisy. Okay, and then what we do is we're going to create a bit like a star. So you do that. And this is where your petals are going to be. So these are just guidelines, okay? Like that. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Excuse if I shake. I've had the shakes, really bad health problems for a few days. So it's not because I'm nervous. And again, we do exactly the same. You can do it as big or as small. Oh God, my dog's molting. I can't get rid of the hair. So you push down and around. Do the other side of the petal, down and around, like that. Can you see? Obviously, customers' nails, you can't twist their fingers around. So we do it again, down and around. And you can see it's textured. So when I put the water paints on, it'll give a textured effect. So down and lift, down and lift. Can you see? This one we're going to do here, down and lift. And then we're going to just do a single one on its own. Yeah? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do another one here.
Wendy said you're very clever.
Oh, thank you. I wish I was better, but you know, hey ho. See? So they look pretty naff, to be fair, at this point. It looks like white blobs. But, can you put that on for 60 seconds? So that's how it's come out. And let me get my matte top coat. And I'm going to top coat that again. You cannot paint watercolours on top of tacky gel. You have to do it on top of a matte top coat. So at this point you can check to see if you want to go over any of your petals again. I think they look relatively okay, so I'm just going to go over matte top coat. Okay, and we're going to give that a 30-second cure. Just waiting for the other one. Look at that. Again, you can check to see if you want to top up your white on anything. I don't. And we're matte top coating it. So I can use my watercolours. Okay. And let's put them in. Oh. So with this design, you can make them glossy at the end if you want to, but I think they look better matte. And then when I use the black gloss at the end as a contrast, you'll see it makes. But you can put God's sake, I can't speak. A glossy top coat on if you want to. Right, I'm just going to tip out and get myself some clean water. Bear with me. A little. Okay, so I've got a little. I'm just going to move the gel out of the way for a minute. A little of water. I've got one of Anna's number 2 aquarelle brush, watercolour. And I'm using Alexa's watercolour paints. Okay, so can they see the paints?
Yeah, just about.
Should I come over a bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can see most of them.
Okay, so what we do is we wet our brush and we choose what colour we're going to go for. Right, and the good thing about watercolours is you can revive it every time you use it, whereas acrylic paint, once it goes hard, you've got to throw it. It's no good. So I'm just going to re-wet it. I'm going to go for this pink as a contrast. I always go contrast colours because it makes more of a wow thing.
Wendy said these are actual paints, question mark.
Yes. Yes, they are. So basically, the lady that I've bought them from has bought a kit of paints in tubes and she's disputed it into pallets and sold them like that. So, and they last for absolute ever. My cat's still trying to get in. So, right, you've got your full paint on your brush and you're literally in the middle at the bottom of all your petals. You're just doing nice little V's, okay, or little blobs, whatever you want to call them. Okay, rinse your brush. Okay, wipe it on your hand to get some of the wet out. And then what you do is you start from the very edge and then you just pull the paint down. Wipe it. If there's too much, dry your brush off and it see? Did I explain that all right? Huh? So you go, it's like a side to side movement. You don't want to pull all that paint up. So that's too wet at the moment. So I dry my brush, I go in and pick some of that paint up again. You see? When you're actually doing it on a customer, it's really quick. I'm doing it slow. And you can make it as dark as you want. But watercolours are watercolours. They're supposed to be slightly translucent. See, so it looks shaded. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm only dragging parts of it. Take some of the wet out. I'm just going to drag that down there. Drag a bit down there. And there's no rule to say, if you do it and you think, oh, that could do with a bit more or something, just add a bit more. I think I might just add a bit more on this one. So I'm just going to, what I want to do is I just want to put a line down there. Take some of the wet out. And then just move it into place. Can you see? So let's choose a different colour. Let's choose the purple. And I'm just still a bit wet from where I used it earlier. And again, you're just doing your little blobs. Okay? Take it out. Tap. Just going to turn it around. And you just, that's a bit too much wet there. And can you see I've come this way so it creates the slightly darker shadow for the edge of the petal. This one, a bit too much, so let's go in and I'm going to add a bit more blue to that one, I think, in a minute. and you can just play around as much as you like. I'm just going to leave that to settle for a sec, and there we go. So it looks shaded. Can you see? Can they see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry for a second before I put a matte top coat on. Let's come to this one. I've actually got, let me close this one. I've actually got some shimmery ones. So should we ever go with a shimmer? Why not, eh? Same principle applies. So let's go for a purple. But these need quite a bit of wetting up in advance. If you're not sure, try it on your paper first. Okay. Okay. I don't think they're as good as the other ones, to be fair. See, I'm not happy with it, so I'm going back in. That's the good thing about art. You can just faff and fart as much as you like. It's better. What colour should we put on here? Green.
I was looking at that one.
Let's just check it. Still a bit. Okay. My blobs. So what I might do is, because this is a bit more harder to use, I'm just going to do that, and then what I'm going to do is just pull it can you see? Because when you look at petals, they're very, very rarely just a flat colour. There's always some sort of shading. Okay, you can see that? Okay, let's put them away. Those ones are all the way from America. I've got another set here, forgot I had. Don't know where I got them from though. Look. Oh. Pretty, aren't they?
Yeah.
You see things and buy them, forget I put them in the drawer and forget I got them. Okay, so let's put that on there for a minute. Let's take this one back. Okay, so I'm finished with the water and I want my matte top coat again. Okay, so it protects the watercolour and then we'll do the glossy black paint over the top. And when you put your top coat on, just glide it across it. You know, you don't want to drag. Okay. Oh, Daisy's cat's telling everybody hello. Put that over there. And the thing is, if you don't let your watercolours dry properly, they smear all down. I don't suppose you can see the shine from that on the camera. It is iridescent. Just put those in to secure. So next, I'll put everything on palette. I've got a black gel paint and I'm going to be using a thin line brush. Let me get a wipe. Put a wipe on it. Okay. Can you just put that one on for another thing? So, what you need to do is put your brush in and then drag it out. Hair. Brush in and drag it out. Yeah? So it's quite fine on the end. Okay? And then what we're doing is we're not completely covering the whole around the edge of the petal. We're just doing bits and pieces. So if I show you, and it again doesn't have to be perfect, so and try and do things so they're not totally perfect. See? And then what we do is we bring in some what we call eyelashes. Bring that one down a bit. Can you see? Okay. I'm having a nightmare with hair. Okay, so and let's bring that bit down there. So you can see I've done a little swirly bit. And that's enough for that one. Do you see what I mean? It's just little bits.
Why is he phoning me?
Alright. Okay, can you see? So different, so you're pressing lightly and heavy, so you're getting different textures. We should have to wait. Okay, can you see? Can you see? Yeah, I'll cure that. Oh, it stuck to my finger. There we go. Is she alright?
Yeah.
And we're going to do the same on this one.
Wendy said that's so pretty.
It is. It's quite a simple little design to do. It's salon. It's salon friendly, you know, so it doesn't take too long. And you can do the black as thick or as fine as you want. So sometimes I do it really dainty and sometimes I do it a bit thicker, depending on what sort of look you want to go for, really. And a mixture too. Okay, you see? Let's put that in. And then all I do, you can put green, you could put leaves in that, but I don't think it needs it. And all I do with a dotting tool is dip in the black and put a few dots in to connect the picture so they don't just look like random flowers. See? And then I'll show you what normally I put a gem in the middle, but today I'm putting just a bit of glitter. So how shall I do this one? Shall I do it? Like that.
Mm.
See? Just let them cure. And then I'll show you the glitter. So you can, so like on my nails that I've done it and I've put gems. But today, I can't be bothered to faff with gems, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to use some silver glitter. Which, you know, not all your customers like gems anyway, so it's not practical sometimes. So you just put a little dot of glitter. See? Put that one in there. This one. So I've done a slightly wider flower here, so I'll make my glittery bit just a bit wider. You know, you can make it up as you go along like I do. You wouldn't even have to put glitter, you could sort of like put black dots and stuff if you want. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah. Wendy said, so clever how you build it up.
Yeah.
These are really nice.
Nail art is all about layers. Layers and layers. So, let me just get rid of that. Okay, so next one. We'll do this one, which is this one. Okay, let's move this one over here and get the other one back. So we're back to the white paint, gel paint mixed with the top coat. Okay, but this time it's going to be slightly different. Okay, so, oh, sorry, I spotted a hair. I've been fighting hair all day today. Okay, so what you do is you push it down, and as you come to the middle, you bring it up. Right, and you want to leave a gap. So push down, bring it in. Push down, and bring it in. Okay, it looks a bit rank at the moment, but it won't. We'll do the same again. Down and up. Down and up. You know, and don't just pull it straight. Give it a slight kink. So you're giving the petal movement. So down, pull and wrap. Can you see? That one I'm not quite happy with. Let's just go over that one. Okay. And we'll cure that for 30 seconds. So in the meantime, get another brush. So in the meantime, don't put that palette there, I've got a couple of palettes on the go. I've mixed a bit of pink gel polish with top coat and green gel polish with top coat, so it's translucent. Okay. Okay, so I've gone green first. So what we do is we're just tapping it on, not all the way to the edge. Okay. Give that a 30-second cure. So if I bring these two out so I can show you. Oh, nearly knocked it over. Okay. So put those there, out of the way. Okay, now we're going to, which one's got my matte top coat on? This one. Yeah. Now we're going to matte top coat it. Okay, because what I want to do is create a very, very slight gap in between the next petals. So we do that. That in 30 seconds. How is everybody this evening? My boiler's decided to stop working. It's blooming freezing. Okay, back to our white. And we're going to do the same again, but they're going to overlap the ones that we've already done. Like that. Can you see? So you push down and through round. Okay. Push down and round. Can you see? So you start creating layers and texture. Right, so next we'll do the green, and then I'll do a little bit with shadowing with a bit translucent black, and I'll show you how to do that. It's trouble in it when it's gel. It's all just about waiting for the curing. Okay, so let's go back to our green, and again, not all the way to the ends. Can you see it starts to already give a form of texture? So I'm just going to give that a 10-second cure. And I'm going to show you where with my black. So with my liner brush, you can see I've got black here. Get some top coat. Let me get some more top coat. Really need a little bit. And we're making a translucent black. You could use a dark translucent green or something if you wanted, or depending if you're going blues or pinks, you know, you could do the same sort of thing. Okay, and then all I do is pick a bit up, and so for instance here, it's a bit too much on my brush, where I've got the petal behind there now, I'll just put a bit in the V. Can you see? And then this one, go down around the edge, just very thin. Right, I'm just going to wipe my brush off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of like I'm brushing it off again. Can you see? We'll do the same again. Down here, a bit down here, and a bit in there. Wipe your brush off and wipe it off. It's sort of okay. I just think that's a bit too much there. Hang on. I'm one of those ladies.
Julie Stoneham said hello, Mel.
Hello, lovely. How are you feeling? I'm a poncer. See, can you see it just adds definition? So and then what we're going to do is we're going to top coat that one. I'm going to do this one glossy. And then we're going where we went in with the black last time, I'm going in with white this time after the top coat. Okay, I'm really impatient. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my top coat. And if I hold it up to the camera, so far, can they see that? You can see it's got depth, definition. It's really basic. Can they see it?
Yeah. It's because it was focusing on your now instead of that.
Oh, sorry.
So I managed to get to
Right,
focus.
so I'm going to give that a full cure, 60 seconds. So it's a top
Oh,
coat.
yeah, I've turned it around. Hello, everyone.
Daisy's playing funny buggers. Alright, so I'm going to go on to start another one while that's curing. And we're going to do something similar, but slightly different way of background. So,
Julie said that's lovely.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do sort of, I might change the colours up a bit. So I'm going to do a rough blending. It's not going to be full blended because it doesn't need to be. Okay, so we're going to start off with a bit of yellow. This is only gel polish. It's nothing, no special paints. Okay. Wipe that off. Okay. I'm going to put a bit of that in the middle. And I'm just putting it on roughly. There is no precision to this. And should we go for a bit of light purple? Yeah. Okay. And this is just the first coat. Right, we're going to be doing 2 or 3 coats. And then let me get a bit more top coat. What I do is get a bit of just ordinary top coat. You could use base coat, doesn't matter. Dip my little finer brush in it. And I'm just going to put it over the join. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. All right. Trust the process, yeah? 30 seconds. Right, so we'll come back to this one, my liner brush, and we're going to use the white paint that hasn't been diluted. And again, we're going to be doing some highlighting. Okay, so you drag your brush through so there's not too much on the end. And then I'm just going to do nice highlighted bits. And I'm not doing the full petal, I'm just doing bits. Can you see? Yeah? I didn't do the middle bits, but we've put a bit of glitter on it. That's fine. Can you see? We'll put that back in. They keep sticking to my fingers. Take that back out, and we'll go back to doing what we were doing. There it is. Yellow. Okay, like that. Then we'll go give that another 30 seconds, Daisy, please. Purple. Just clean the white off. Dip it into my top coat. Where did I put the top coat? Can we remember? I've got so many bits. There it is. I've got so many bits on the palette I can't see. And again, we're just wiping over because you're not going to see most of it. So you don't have to worry about really good blends. I just want to see. Can you see? And we're going to cure that. Give that a 60. Right, so and on this one, I think I'm going to go into my black again, because it's, you don't have to top coat these because they're non-wipe, they're wipeable paints, and you're literally gonna do some nice tiny little lines, so they're there but they're not. Can you see? I'll bring it closer so
I've
you
zoomed in as well a little bit for you.
So they're there but not, if that makes sense. So if I bring that in, can they see that? Very slightly. And then what I'm going to do is get my dotting tool, not that one, I'm going to a really fine one. And I'm going to just do some dots. You can do as many, big, little, whatever you think you fancy, really. Can you see? Put that in to cure. I'm going to matte top coat this. You could work straight on top of this, but again, as I say, I prefer to work on top of a matte because then I know I'm safe. I can wipe it, I can do whatever I want if I need to. Okay, put that one in. So this one, I think will, let me get a different brush. You think you're organised and you're not, are you? Okay. I'll pick every brush up except the one I want. Oh, that one I do. Okay, so I think I'll go in for some pink on this one. And I'm going down.
Oh, that's fun.
See? And I just blended them in. Cure those. Let's bring this one out. So that one finished. Can you see?
Let me put it, focus on it.
Yeah?
Nice, yeah.
You don't have to be perfect at these sorts of things because customers are really sort of like, wow. Okay, back to the thinned out white, and this time we're going to be doing down the side. Okay, so it's the same principle.
No.
Can you see? So I'm just going to do this one a bit shorter. And do this one here. So you can change it up. Here. You can change it up by just by the size and shapes and directions of your petals. Can you see? There we go. So that's the first one of that. Right, so we're going to be doing one in the middle. Shall I do one in the middle again? Yeah, because it's not trying to remember what I've done and what I haven't done. Take the white. So let's get a bit of the white. And obviously I'm gonna do a cross this time. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be going over the top. And we're going to do our petals. Down and up. Down and up. Can you see? Alright. I'm saying flowers don't come. So now and again you get a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah. That means it's lucky though, doesn't it?
Okay, so next bit, we'll go back to our other brush. And I'm going to be using, oh hair, look. All I've done all day is fight with hair.
That's because dogs are molting their winter coat now.
Whew, it's driving me mad. Okay, translucent pink. So I've added a bit of pink with a bit of top coat. Okay, and we're going to do the same again like we did with the green. So I'm just going to paint it on. Just going to wipe my brush and make sure it's not too bulbous. Okay, we'll put that in. So take that one out and we're going to do the same. So should we do the green this time? Should I do the green? Or should I do a bit of yellow? Bit of yellow. Should I do a bit of yellow?
Yeah.
Indecisive. I'll do this with... Did anyone see my picture of my bumblebee that I painted earlier? Oh my God. I've never painted a bumblebee before. I need to practice. Alright, so we've got translucent yellow. And we're just... We're just going in. Take that out. Okay, and I'm going to cure that. It's all a bit repetitive really. Right, so now matte top coat. To create that barrier. Put that in. Did that one go off?
Yeah.
So I can paint this one?
Yeah.
Let's put a bit more matte in. Sorry, motorbike going past. Okay, put a bit more, put a bit of matte on again. Remember, because it's all about the layering. Okay, put that one in. Take that one out. White again. Okay. So push down, up and pull. Push down, up and pull. Just make that a bit taller, that one. Oh, I think I'm going to get a coughing fit. Okay, so can you see? Creating the layers. And we're doing the same again. I feel like I'm repeating and repeating myself. Down. Always overlap your petals because that's what they do in real life. Okay, they don't look much when they're like that, but the end result always pretty good. Okie dog, we're pink, so let's go to the pink. It's my watercolour brush. It's pink. Okay. Just going to get a bit of clear top coat and just thin those bits out. Wasn't very happy. There we go. So if you're using gel polish and something's not quite looking right and you just need to give it a slight blend, just use a bit of top coat. Does the trick. Yellow.
Yellow.
Daisy and her funny.
Had to be done.
Okay. Put that in. Top coat. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to do the black. This thin black. Right, just to create some shadow in. So we've got a bit here. So I'm doing V's or just lines underneath on the underneath petals. Put my brush in some top coat. And put that in. And take that one out. Put that on 30 seconds for me. Top coat. So depending on how many layers you're doing is how many times you top coat. But you can see already it starts creating. Okay, that's in. Catching up with myself. Okay, let's take that one out. Top coat. So I'm going to top coat this one. Oh, actually, I think I'll put a shiny one on. Okay, put that in. Take that one out. Do my last lot of white. And all of a sudden you can see it start coming together. You see? Let's coat that. So I can clean that brush now. It's like waiting for the kettle. I'm quite tidy tonight. Go me. That's unusual, you know.
There's usually stuff all over the gaff.
There is. Okay, so this one, going to highlight in the white now, like I did the last one. If you wanted to use black, you could. You could use a bit of both, actually. Shall I started off with the white. You see, and I'm not. You can highlight any which way you want. You see? Give mine some of these a bit of a wobble and an eyelash, as we call them. This could do with a bit of an eyelash. Okay, with my dotting tool, I'm going to get the black and put a little bit in there. And then I'm just going to do the eyelashes, as we call them. Nice little faint lines. You see? Does it look right?
Yeah.
This one, we're back to the yellow. Promise I'll be finished in a minute. Can you see the...
Yeah.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Put that in. That combo's quite nice.
Yeah, I quite like it actually.
It's better than the one I did earlier.
That one.
Yeah. Okay, let's take this out. Should we see? Let's use the thin one and see if I can put any clear black in anywhere, just to...
It's like a daisy.
Just a few hints here and there, you know. You don't want anything too heavy. Just a few hints. You need just the smallest amount. Put that in. Get this one out. So that's that one done.
Just focus it on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll put a picture up afterwards of all of them. So these are all just really salon friendly nail arts that you could do, that's summery, springy. I'll do some different springy ones I think next week. I've got some neon ones that I'm going to do I think in a week or two's time. Okay, top coat that. We're going to do it glossy. You can do it glossy, matte, whatever you want to do it. So where I've used the thinned out gel polish, you could use inks if you've got inks. You know, it does the same thing. Pretty. Let's give that a cure. We can do it 30 seconds and then I'll do the white and then I can give it. And that will be it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll just finish what I'm doing. Do you know what my matte top coat makes all my brushes go thick and funny?
Does it?
Yeah.
Bit strange.
It is a bit strange.
You got a new one?
No, it's an old brush.
Oh.
I could do with some new brushes. I've had my brushes for donkeys. Okay. And again, with the ordinary white, again, you could use black if you wanted, or any colour that you fancied actually. I'm going to just go with the white, because that's what I've got out. And we're just doing the odd bits of highlighting. And again, it helps with that illusion. Okay, my dotting tool, get the black. Actually, let's get a wipe my brush. So I've gone for a translucent black this time, and I'm just pulling that out very gently, so it gives. We'll just cure that and then we'll be done for tonight. I would have bored you enough. Honestly, if there's anything you want to see me do and I can do it, just shout and I'll have a go. I really need to practice bumblebees. I might redo Tanika's bumblebees on Friday because I wasn't happy with them. But yeah. So imagine if you're doing if you're doing 2 fingers on each hand, you do 2 feet. So whilst one's in, you're doing the other one. When that one comes out, you're doing that one. So there's not so much sitting around like we are tonight. So okay, let's take that out. Ooh. And here's the finished products. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, can we see?
Yeah, they can see them all.
I'll put a picture up. Any questions? Do shout. I don't claim to be an expert, but this is how I do it. So if I can help anyone, all the best. Okay then. Thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Bye.